I would tell you a story of a realm whose fate was left to chance, and how there is always a leader to fill the void.
We'll all listen to you. I want this war to stop. Enough blood has been spilt. The time has come to heal our wounds.
We are all weary. Fate is like a river. You must often swim against the current to find safe harbor. Here is a story of shifting tides. It recounts a dire episode in the history of the Necromancers. It is a cautionary tale of what happens when you let the currents decide your destiny. Let me take you back to the day the wizards of the Seven Cities decided to outlaw the magic of death.
The path of death is a dangerous and twisted one. You can easily lose your values and your reason while walking it.
That's no excuse for their crimes. The sheriffs hunted us like animals. Those who were walking the path of death weren't the necromancers, but these sheriffs, blinded by their hatred.
Tell that to the survivors of Al Yakut, whose city was reduced to ashes by your brothers.
A cornered wyvern will eventually bite. But once he does, only two options are left to him: flee or die. Those of us that remained took refuge within the walls of Albertil. We still believed in the power of our house and our Archon Belketh. We would be safe. We were so naive. Once, we of House Eterna were part of the Seven Cities, and necromancy was just another school of magic. But then we found the avatar of our goddess, and our traditions became beliefs. We did not realize that we had become abhorrent to the wizards of the other houses. They feared our power, they envied our immortality, and plotted to kill us all in one great and sudden purge. We were not good at dying, and the purge blossomed into a bloody civil war. Persecuted necromancers fled to Albertil, the impregnable city of our founder Belketh. Hidden in our impregnable city, our immortal arrogance proved a paltry defense against the combined magic of three houses. Our shield was breached. Hated and outnumbered, we were nearly overrun. My husband, Vayne, the Reaper of Souls, chose to stay and fight, giving us time to escape. He sacrificed his eternity to save our religion. Or was it simply to save the lives of those he loved?
Hierophant Anastasya! Asher be praised you escaped. Adam Malik is leading the survivors to the secret harbor hidden in the old Sarkaman tunnels. You should join him.
Yes, Priestess Zenda. I know the way. Are you not coming with us?
No. I can't leave while the wizards are tearing Albertil apart. I will stay and fight them. To the bitter end, if such is Ash's will.
Hierophant, by the Mother Namtaru, I feared the worst. Go to the Sarkaman tunnels. Ludmilla and your daughter are already there.
My husband still fights. If you see him, tell him Zakira is safe and where to join us.
Hurry now, the last ships are about to leave. And be careful. I've yet to see a wizard, but they could have found other ways into the caves.
Asher uses all. I thank the dragon and the spider for your help, Adar. Sarkamand, once a beautiful city, built by the ancient Shantaries, buried under the ash and scoria of volcanic detritus, fighting desperately not to be forgotten. But all things die, in the end. Some just take more time.
See, young girl? I knew your mother would make it. Lateness is her most endearing trait.
It's no time for your jokes, Ludmilla. Albertil is falling. We have to flee, regroup in Haresh, ask for the Mother Namtaru's guidance.
Mother! Where's father? Why isn't he with you?
He has stayed behind to fight. I've sent him word that we are safe.
You abandoned him to those godless wizards! I'm going back!
Zakira! Stay here! Your father is capable of protecting himself, and he's buying us precious time for our retreat.
As much as your family squabble amuses me, you are our highest religious authority. I'm putting you on that boat, in chains if need be. Brothers, raise the anchor, we're leaving!
The wizards attacked Vane, again and again, like angry waves beating down upon a lonely reef. When he fell, Albertil fell with him. My love, whose course had run. Grand Constable Johori, Sheriff of the Seven Cities, wanted more than Vane's death as punishment. She cast a powerful spell to trap his soul, and in so doing refuse it reincarnation. Father! Our cast had been condemned unjustly. Our champion punished beyond the limits of decency. Yet even I, in my pain and anger, could not have wished down upon our adversaries a more cursed chain of repercussions. The news of Vane's death had destroyed me. My daughter could not forgive me. I prayed for release from this world. My prayer was answered. The Mother Namtaru brought me to her side in the spirit world and soothed my soul. But she also wanted me to bear witness to the fates of my brothers and sisters who had taken refuge in Haresh. I watched all that transpired in my 30 years' slumber, as if I were nowhere and everywhere at the same time. I watched, powerless to intervene, as they struggled to rebuild a home from nothing. With the memories of our glorious and shattered Albertil, still fresh in their hearts.
We've lost Lord Vane. Archon Belketh has gone missing, and Anastasia, our supreme hierophant and voice of the Spider Queen, has retreated from this world.
Asha uses all. She must be in need of them somewhere else. We should focus on the present and not the past. We still have refugees flooding in. Naharesh is bursting at the stitches.
You don't seem to understand. Our noble house has died the second death. Our leaders are destroyed or captured. The body cannot live without the head.
You as a necromancer know that's not exactly true, Zenda. It can still limp along for a while.
Ludmilla, we're on our own. Alone and forsaken. Who will guide us?
Ask the Mother Namtaru, and a shot of venom or two wouldn't go amiss. Her temple is not far, in the Canyon of the Eternal.
Your words ring true. It is time for me to take the transformation. In my heart, I knew this day would come.
Zenda remembered a dream she once had as a child. The Mother Namtaru had come to her and told her she would one day have to make a choice between life and unlife. Now was the time. She entered the temple, seeking answers, but the inner sanctum was empty. The Mother Namtaru spent most of her time in the spirit world and rarely visited Ashan anymore. Yet Zenda found what she was looking for. A sign. A vial of venom from the Mother Namtaru, seemingly left for whomever might want to take it. Zenda knew her time had come.
Mother Namtaru had sent me a sign. It was time for me to fully embrace unlife and become a vampire.
The ceremony of your renewal was certainly memorable. You drank the venom of the Mother Namtaru herself. People call you Anastasia's heir now. They think the spider goddess speaks through your lips.
And they are right. Someone has to show them the way.
And what way is that?
The way of death. I must gather them, comfort them. These lost lambs erring in the valley. They are alone, without hope.
Naharesh is already overflowing. The city will have to expand. If you are planning to bring this flock home, we'll need a bigger barn.
Lord Miller, did you have to bring the prophet?
Asher uses all.
Adar Malik, our greatest general. It is time to take fate into our own hands.
The hands you're talking about, are they only yours?
The fall of Al-Bertil has left an emptiness that we now need to fill. We each have a role to play.
You wish me to be your right hand or your left?
I call dibs on the left.
The Mother Namtaru is our queen and goddess. It's our duty, our destiny to follow the strands of her web. She has a purpose for you, Adar Malik, our greatest general. Our nation needs you if we are to survive.
I have work to do. Bandits and orcs stalk the valley and attack our people as soon as they leave the walls. Once I'm done securing our lands, I'll think about the Mother Namtaru's offer.
After the fall of Al-Bertil, the necromancers were divided. Every lord had carved out a piece of Haresh for themselves, and were not ready to bend the knee to the new self-proclaimed Hierophant. Zenda would have to bring them to heel. Unfortunately for Zenda, some necromancers were still abiding by the old laws. Adar Malik was one of them.
Naharesh will not suffer the fate of Al-Bertil.
Has the Mother sent you a new vision?
A well of souls. A vast reservoir of necromantic energy, enough to repel any invader.
A concentration of that much power could be dangerous for all of us.
Yes. If we were overrun, there would be no victor, only death.
That doesn't sound like a plan for victory.
It's not a plan for victory, but a means to assure our survival.
Zenda brought peace and prosperity to the Valley of Haresh, the new home of the Necromancers. Her unwavering belief in the Spider Queen gave new purpose to our people. Zenda was now seen as the embodiment of the restored pride of House Eterna, a new hope that allowed them to forget the crushing defeats and the years of suffering. Ludmilla and Adar Malik agreed to rule at her side, as a triumvirate. Neither Ludmilla nor Adar Malik particularly liked her, but there was no denying she was gifted. Decades passed.
Ludmilla, Mother Namtaru has come to me in a dream and wishes you to embark on a quest for our people.
The Mother Namtaru sent you a vision of me.
You were walking the halls of a guarded fortress, floating in the clouds. Powerful artifacts of Ashan's history were stored there, embedded in ivory walls. You were looking for the Deadwood Staff.
The Deadwood Staff? Are you sure? It was taken by angels. As for the fortress in your dream, you describe an angel reliquary. It would be suicide to even attempt to infiltrate such a place.
In the dream, you were successful. My ebon guards, led by Chana, were with you.
Be clear, Zenda. Anastasya never asked anyone to put their lives at risk for one of the Mother's mysterious dreams. Is this what you're doing?
Asha uses all. I didn't ask for these dreams, but I accept being her voice for the good of our people. This is your decision, Ludmilla. Become the Mother's champion, or wander purposeless in the wilderness until your demise.
The Prophet told me the Mother Namtaru's last series of dreams have grown more precise. The reliquary is located on a flying island beyond the clouds. We reach it through a spirit gate, a gate found in Irulan, in a region known as Mia Gathal.
Did she see us conquering both the kings of Solana and the Emperor Falcon during our journey? Or was that a detail she found too trivial to mention?
No, we go by sea. It's the safest way. And in the version of the dream where we survived, we were rather quick about the whole affair.
This spirit gate of Mia Gathal, is it somewhere deep within this vegetal maze?
The Dark Elves managed to break into the reliquary a century ago. If they could do it, we can.
But angels, like demons, have long memories. That gate should now be guarded by a host of Celestials.
You have a point. Either Zenda truly hears the Mother Namtaru and has plotted us a course to a glorious future, or tonight we'll be dining in the spirit world.
The portal was not guarded, but it was not unprotected either. The way was closed by magical seals. Ludmilla and Chana needed to find a way to lift these elemental barriers.
We can take them by surprise. We've not been spotted.
Don't be a fool, Charna. The angels worship Elrath, the Dragon of Light, the beacon of truth that pierces all lies. They know we're here, but for some strange reason, they've yet to divine our purpose.
As soon as Ludmilla put her hands on the precious relic, she felt the power of an alarm spell. She knew, as Zenda had predicted, that she would have to be quick in her escape. The guardian angels were rapidly blocking all escape routes. They now knew her purpose. And the Deadwood staff was too powerful a weapon for the ambitions of men.
Elrath's blazing eyes! Darkness tests us once again. Will these mortal souls never satiate their frivolous hungers?
Looks like it's time for you to make yourself useful, Charna. Why don't you keep these angels busy while I bring her prize back to our Hierophant?
I'll gladly give my life for my mistress. But don't believe for one moment I will forget this.
Asher uses all, my dear Charna. Now, let's see if this staff could be of some use right here and now.
With the acquisition of the Deadwood Staff, no one could doubt that Zenda was receiving visions from the Spider Queen. The staff was powerful, carved in a burnt branch of the elf sacred tree. It was a weapon worthy of the leader of a nation. Ludmilla and Adar Malik could not yet fathom just how powerful that staff truly was. They were born wizards, and the first rule of the Seven Cities was that every power had an equal opposite. Zenda now had a scepter that could summon the power of true death. A death fueled by life, and from this death, there was no coming back. Zenda had founded a new nation in Haresh, protected by the Spider Queen. But her web would soon be tested. To the north, beyond Nelsham's Scar, stood the ambitious imperial duchies of Wolf and Bull. To the west, only the sea separated Haresh from the Seven Cities, who after the destruction of Albertil had renamed themselves the Silver Cities. But necromancers are not good at forgetting, and their own hatred was far from dead.
Adar Malik, the Mother Namtaru has spoken. The ghost of Lord Vane screams in the spirit world. The wizards have tethered his soul to his skull and keep it on a shelf in the great library of Aljamasht.
Those evil bastards! Are they wizards or demons? There must be a way to free his soul. depriving him of reincarnation. Truly, that is a fate worse than death.
Would you heed the Mother's calling and travel with me to the Silver Cities? To bring Vayne back to Naharesh so that his soul might be released.
Vayne was a dear friend and a trusted comrade. With or without the Spider Queen's blessing, I am yours for this.
Adar Malik took a moment to contemplate the statues guarding the canyon. The Watchers of Yakut, built to defend the road leading to the ruins of Al-Yakut, the first of the 7 cities to have fallen during the Civil War, a lifetime ago. Necromancers had reduced Al-Yakut to ashes. The Watchers would allow no undead to tread upon that path. As long as they stood, the road south was forbidden.
Once we called you brothers, no more. From this day forward, you shall know that you were right to fear us.
We have what we want. Why taunt them?
The Mother Namtaru has seen many futures. In all of them, the sheriffs will convince the Circle of Nine to erase us from history.
How do you expect to target a dozen sheriffs hiding in a city? No matter how powerful the Deadwood staff, how can you find them?
Behold the punishment of a god.
What have you done? Have you not learned anything from the fall of Albertil? War leads to war.
You must embrace your destiny, however sullied.
Aljamashed, gone. All its inhabitants, dead. That's what you call a path. You've gone insane.
Now they fear us. But we need more of their souls to fill the well. Al-Amal too will be turned to dust, and then the final trap shall be set.
You've become the shadow of the sheriffs you were bore. Worse, you're only out for vengeance.
The Mother Namtaru still believes in you, but take your leave for now. I have work to do and many souls to reap.
Adar Malik should have known who Zenda would send after him. Merrick, a former sheriff turned undead executioner. The irony of the situation was not lost on him. Adar Malik was popular, and so Zenda showed clemency, lest his death weaken her hold over her followers' minds. She gave herself the name of Supreme Hierophant, and said the mother Namtaru, the death face of Asher, used her lips to speak. The spider goddess was asking its faithful servants to remain strong and never doubt. Asher uses all, and was about to use every fiber of their souls. The surprise attacks against Al-Jamasht and Al-Amal only served to fire an even greater hatred against the Necromancers. And the assault on the reliquary to steal one of Ashan's most dangerous artifacts had fired the ire of the Angels and Holy Empire. History seemed to be repeating itself. Once again, our enemies were marching on our capital, fueled by fear and desperate like a vengeance.
Zenda! Our enemies are at our doors! You had promised to bring peace, not annihilation!
Trust the Mother Namtaru, Ludmilla. They march into a web they cannot escape. The deadwood staff you delivered to me will seal such a trap as the world has never seen.
You want to use that here? You've seen its power! It devours all life! It will destroy our lands!
What is already dead cannot die again. None shall fear what lies on the other side. I accepted my fate the day I answered the Spider Goddess's call.
This is suicidal madness and will condemn us all! You are a false prophet! No goddess would lead her people to utter destruction!
You betray me. You betray the Mother. Guards! Arrest Lady Ludmilla! She has fallen from faith! Today, for the first time since the fall of Albatil, necromancers and acolytes have a destiny. Those who do not fear death, follow me to the Well of Souls.
Supreme Hierophant, I will follow you anywhere. Be it the flames of Sheog or be it the void. Supreme Hierophant, I follow the Mother.
I will conjure the fury of 1,000 souls to nourish the Deadwood Staff, and we shall be delivered unto our promised land. Your hour of glory has come, Lord Vane. You will become a beacon for these vengeful souls. With their strength, the powers of the staff will expand to the far reaches of the valley.
Supreme Hierophant, it has been an honor to serve you. I hope to serve you again in the next life.
This land belongs to the servants of death. Mother Namtaru, we deliver ourselves unto you. Asher uses all!
Supreme Hierophant, Ludmilla and Adar Malik have escaped and disappeared into the catacombs. I have an army searching for them.
Leave them. The Mother needs them elsewhere, and our purpose lies before us. The Promised Land is coming.
Nar-Haresh will fall like Albatil before it.
What is that? Dark magic. They're amplifying the powers of the Deadwood Staff. Are they mad?
Mad? What do you mean?
They're toying with powers they cannot fathom. The entire land could be drowned under an ocean of dark poison that would wither all life.
Zenda was the first to perish, consumed by the magical energy she had unleashed. She would never know how total was her victory. The conflagration spread from Nar-Haresh to engulf the whole valley. Where it passed, only ash and dust remained. Haresh was turned into a desert, arid and sterile. Only the dead could live there now. Our promised land had found us. That's the moment our founding father, Archon Belketh, chose to return. He guided the survivors through the 2 remaining years of what would soon be called the War of the Broken Staff. As for the Deadwood Staff itself, no trace of it was ever seen again.
It is a wonder any of your people survived.
Like Ludmilla and Adar Malik, many necromancers had sought refuge in the catacombs and tunnels below the city.
Tell me, Anastasia, do you admire this woman?
Zenda forged her own destiny. Her sacrifice gave the necromancers a realm that suits us like a finely chiseled tomb. And an army of corpses, ready to defend her.
Her sacrifice? Thousands died because of her madness.
Precisely the point I was trying to make. When the Mother Namtaru woke me, who I was and the world I knew had died during my sleep. Duke Ivan, whatever choice you make will have consequences. You cannot resist making that choice because you fear what those consequences may be. And do not let your doubts cloud your vision. Take control of your destiny. It is far better to regret what you've done than pine on what might have been. Some choices we live not once, but 1,000 times over.
What shall be the fate of the family of the Stag?
How could we forget all the atrocities Seamus committed in the name of Elrath? He should die, along with his dragon.
Without Elrath, every realm and petty kingdom from Renar to the Silver Cities will have dreams of invading.
These are new times, and a new peace requires change.
If you sever the head of the Hydra, two will grow in its place.
Hydra? Come now. Let's not compare a noble bloodline with a hideous monster.
I have made my decision. The Falcon Empire is dead. I shall found a new empire. The Griffin Empire. The people shall abide by new laws, each more just and fair. They shall worship the dragons they choose, though Elrath shall continue to be honored as our patron.
Now there's a novel idea.
It could actually work.
The slate would be clean. You could write your realm's own future.
Griffin is stronger bird than Falcon. A good totem.
The elves will assist Ivan, no matter how he names his empire.
A clever twist of fate.
The dragons still decide our fates. If I've learned anything, it is that. But we shall forge our own destinies.